Shine. This is a place where your voice becomes your power, your story becomes your strength, and your dreams are waiting for you to claim them. I'm Zy'Tavien Abrams, your host, and today I'm sharing something deeply personal, a story of pain, perseverance, and purpose. Because if I can overcome my darkest hours, so can you. This isn't just my story. It's a testament to resilience, faith, and unbreakable spirit that lives in each and every one of us. So, get ready to be motivated, uplifting, and reminded that your story, your shine, is just on the horizon. Let's begin. Let me take you back to a moment when I was just a little boy. My father, a man that I love dearly, looking me in the eyes and asking a question that would stay with me forever. He said, "What would you do if me or your mother or the both of us are gone?" As a child, I didn't fully understand the weight of that question. But that moment planted a seed deep within my heart, a seed of resilience, of purpose. Because life has a way of testing us, of challenging us to our core. My father's passing when I was very young shattered my world. Suddenly that promise I made to live, to succeed, to honor, felt like a distant dream. But that question haunted me. It became my motivation. It pushed me to ask, what would I do if life tries to break me? Then the answer was simple. I will rise. I will fight. I will shine no matter what. After losing my father, life threw everything it had at me. My mother, overwhelmed and broken, couldn't care for me. I found myself in places I never imagined. From moving from motel to motel, living with my auntie, trying to find a sense of stability and a sense of belonging. Imagine the innocence of a childhood, distraught by chaos. A young child feel abandoned, fighting through confusion and pain. Every day there was a battle of depression, battling thoughts of giving up, battling the voices that told me I wasn't enough. There were nights that I felt like giving up. Thoughts of suicide tried to creep in, whispering that maybe I wasn't meant for more. But deep inside, something refused to let me go. A small voice, a flicker of hope that maybe, just maybe, I could survive this. And that's where my faith kicked in. I learned that even in the darkest storms, God's love is a light that guides us. I held on to prayer, to scripture, to hope, knowing that my current pain was not permanent, that my struggle was shaping me into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. It was in those valleys that I discovered the truth that God's grace is sufficient, that His strength is made perfect in our weakness. I realized that my hardships were the end of my story. They were the beginning of my testimony. I started to lean into faith, read the scriptures that reminded me the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and save those who are crushed in the spirit. I learned to trust in His plan, even when I couldn't see it. And through prayer, I found peace. Through faith, I found purpose. I learned that every trial is a setup for a comeback. Every tear, every pain was molding me into someone who can stand tall and shine. So today I stand before you, not as someone who never faced adversity, but as someone who refused to let adversity define them. I learned that resilience is born through perseverance, through getting up one more time when you failed. Every setback was a setup for a comeback. Every tear was a badge of honor. I refuse to stay down. I refuse to let my past define my future. I chose to transform my pain into purpose, my scars into strength. And I want you to know that whatever you're going through, whatever pain is trying to hold you down, you are stronger than you think. Your story is not over. Your shine is just waiting on the horizon. So what will you do with this story? How would you respond to the challenges? Here's what I want you to remember. Embrace your pain. It's part of your purpose. Your scars are just proof that you survived. Another one is trust in God's plan. Even when the road is rough, He is working behind the scenes. Third, never give up. Your breakthrough might just be around the corner. 4, speak life over yourself. Your words are powerful. Use them to build yourself up. 5, surround yourself with faith and positivity. Let those who uplift you be your company. And last but not least, your greatest victory is not never failing. It's in getting up every single time you fail. Now, I challenge you today. Step into your purpose. Embrace your story, your struggles, your dreams. And remember, your story is your power. Your shine is your destiny. If I could rise from the dark pit of despair, if I could stand after everything lost, so can you. Keep fighting. Keep believing. Keep shining. Because your story is not just about survival. It's about thriving. It's about transforming pain into power, darkness into light, and despair into a victory shout. Speak to shine. Let your voice echo to your purpose. Your time is now. Thank you for listening to Speak to Shine. And remember, your voice matters. Your story inspires. Your shine is unstoppable. Until next time, stay motivated, stay resilient, and keep shining.